Enoy Extreme Media UJ. Subscribe for all updates.
Signed by retired General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhaburwa.
Sabalwanyi.
That's not part of the names. So, in his letter, Right Honorable Speaker, he actually disowned.
Lob, is it in his letter?
Yes.
Can I have
Let me submit, Right Honorable.
No, I want us to talk with evidence. Can we lay the letter on table?
I came prepared, Madam Speaker. Here is a copy of the letter. I am tabling it.
I have never seen a letter from State House in white.
Madam Speaker, this is a copy of the letter, and I am tabling it. Normally we table documents, then they can be processed and authenticated and so on. But let me raise the point I was raising, Madam Speaker. In this letter, he disowned the bill that was tabled by the Minister of State for Internal Affairs. In fact, he was appalled, wondering what it is that we were debating. Also, what bothered me, Madam Speaker, in his letter he said he called the two chairpersons of committees regarding this bill. I don't know how procedurally that gets to be correct, that now the executive gets to meddle directly, because it should be you, Madam Speaker, to call chairpersons of committees, guide them and so on. But if they are getting guidance from the executive, it's a problematic issue. Madam Speaker, the Attorney General and the Minister of State for Internal Affairs went back to the Joint Committee and they made amendments to majority of the clauses in the bill. Please note, for those who have been following, amendments to majority of the clauses in the bill. For all intents and purposes, Madam Speaker and colleagues, this was now a new bill. For all intents and purposes. And by the way, there's precedents that have been set by this House, even in the previous Parliament, where...
Honourable members, I want you to listen to Lob. Lob is saying, after...
Let me actually say what I am saying. I'm glad you are protecting me from some noisy colleagues.
This becomes a new bill. What I would only ask, did the new bill change the objective of the old bill? You continue.
Madam Speaker, and I'm glad you're asking that question, because the entire foundation of the bill was torn apart, and no wonder the initiator
is a procedure.
But I rose procedurally, Madam Speaker.
No, I gave
procedure
you,
cannot counter procedure.
No, I gave you space to speak.
But I raised.
Is yes an order?
An order cannot. Honorable, you've been around for some time. You know that procedure takes precedence. You're going to mislead the new MPs who are coming in the 12th Parliament. They need to know and learn from people. Let me proceed in earnest, Madam Speaker.
But Honorable Lob, I want to put this on record that we do not have a new bill. We only have one bill. I am the custodian of the law in Parliament. If the President wanted to make a change in that, in the law, in the bill, the President ought to have informed me. I am not aware of that. It has not come to my attention. I am the one processing the bills here. So if he sent it for public, and if he called the chairpersons, he's one of the Ugandans whom we should consult.
Madam Speaker, I'm glad you're saying you were not informed, and that's part of the problem I'm raising. Why was this House not informed? Especially because majority of the clauses were amended. Madam Speaker, please protect me from noisy colleagues. You always tell us that this is not a market.
Colleagues, please let the Honorable Lob finish. Let Honorable Lob finish his submission. No. Honorable members, let's be calm. I am the custodian of the law here. I don't have a new law. I don't have a new bill. So after Honorable has finished, I will ask the minister to move his bill. You finish.
Thank you. So as I was saying, this is me saying, and you will rule and guide. For all intents and purposes, as far as I am concerned, this then became a new bill because majority of the clauses in the bill were changed. And there is precedents where ministers have been told, no, those so many amendments, just withdraw the bill and reintroduce it perhaps. What the Minister for Internal Affairs and Attorney General should have done was to withdraw this bill.
Honorable Love, my
But Madam Speaker, you're not even allowing me to submit.
Honorable
Let
Love,
me submit. You're the one going to rule.
please, Honorable Love, my brother. Honorable Love. Honorable Love. Honorable Love. Can I have order? Can I have order? We have now started debating in anticipation. We don't know what the bill is. When the minister moves his bill, that's when we can reject. Huh? Please make my work easy. No, you leave Honorable Love to finish. Switch on.
Madam Speaker, actually I am seeking to make your work easier. Really, if you capture what it is that I'm saying. Because they are moving it for the second time. And for me, what I was saying is you should have been moving to withdraw the bill. That's my opinion. And you're going to give your ruling, Madam Speaker. So, no, but they called for reading of the bill for second and third reading.
Okay.
So, let me finish the issue that for me I am raising.
Okay.
Madam Speaker, also, stakeholders...
What is the procedural matter that you are raising now?
So, the procedural matter I'm raising is, shouldn't the Minister of Internal Affairs be withdrawing his bill, and then he goes back for consultation?
Can I answer
Finally,
that first? Can I answer that first? Maybe it will form your second question. That the Minister of Internal Affairs should be moving his motion for the second reading. Because as far as I know, I have not been given another motion. I only have one motion. So you will move your second motion for the second reading.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I'm glad on record you have said you were not notified of a second one. That's something we are going to interrogate because, like I'm saying, as far as some of us are concerned, it's a second one. Right Honorable Speaker, the committee report to this bill here leaked and it is in the public domain. It was first shared on our parliament platforms, media houses have shared it, it is all over. Honorable Speaker, on 18th of January 2023, you were seated in the chair you're seated in, and I was standing on this very microphone. I was chairperson of COSASE. I rose to present a committee report for COSASE on Uganda Airlines. And you said, Right Honorable Speaker, I want to quote you verbatim what was on the Hansard. You said, there was a leakage of the Uganda Airlines report. A property of this parliament cannot leak, and we continue debating on it. Those were your exact words captured on the Hansard. Honorable Speaker, this report has leaked. So, given that precedent which you said, are we going to go ahead and debate this leaked report?
Thank you.
Because the precedent was set by yourself. We hope to be ready.
First of all, honorable members, in the VIP gallery, I want to introduce, which I did, so the report was not leaked out. Can you move your motion?
Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members,
in keeping with Rule 130 of the Rules of Procedure of this Parliament, I beg to move that the bill entitled the Protection of Sovereignty Bill 2026 be read the second time.
Seconded by the Vice President of Republic of Uganda, Honorable Jessica Alupo, retired. Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Nabanja Robina, Honorable Second Hajat, third Government Chief Whip, Minister of Defense, Minister of the Security, Minister of ICT, Minister of Finance, Minister of Works, Minister of Sports, and the Hollow House on this side. And part of that house, part of the other side, including Chemongesi, Rogomayo. Thank you. Would you want to speak to your motion?
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members,
can I first have a justification before you bring the procedure?
Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, the object of this bill is that the country faces a number of challenges which threaten our ability to self-govern in the absence of a sovereignty-specific law which this law seeks to address. And these include preventing undue external influence, regulating foreign funding, safeguarding national security, filling legal gaps, and managing digital misinformation. I beg to move, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable members, I want to provide some guidance in this. Honorable members, the chairpersons of the committees have prepared the report, and I wish to guide as follows. From the time the bill was tabled for the first reading, there has been a very remarkable public interest in it. A review of the committee report reveals that more than 60 witnesses were accorded opportunity to present their views on the bill, including persons and institutions. These answers and questions on whether there was sufficient public consultation or not, I commend the committee for upholding our cardinal principle of public participation. 2, there was a considerable debate on the content of the bill, notably the definition of the word foreigner, the scope of application of this bill, the regulatory prudence envisaged in administration and functions, the proposed penalties, the criminal offenses, regulations of foreign policies, registration of agents of foreigners, declaration of foreign funding, and ministerial powers, among others. I have reviewed the report. The committee has established that the contentious matters have been exhaustively handled and addressed as per the public interest. The definition of a foreigner, for instance, was initially brought in a way that was not appealing to the people, but the committee has handled. Now I want members, there is no procedure, I'm giving you guidance. I know I'm touching on your minorities, Honorable members, I am giving 30 minutes for the major report to be presented, and I am saying 30 minutes. Where is the chair? And I will also give, I am aware that is a minority report. It doesn't matter whether minorities or minority. I am also giving the minority or minorities 30 minutes. If you have 10 minorities, you will divide 30 minutes by 10 and you will have 3. Honorable Chair, unanswered, I want timing. Let him read his report. Then you will bring process. I don't want you to waste his time. Tebandeke, I know you want to exercise your law that you're learning now. You first wait. First wait. First wait. First wait. I have given you 30 minutes.
Thank you. Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, for the record, my name is Wilson Kajrenje, Member of Parliament, Nyabusho's constituency, and Chairperson of Defense and Internal Affairs Committee. I'll be assisted by my colleague, the Honorable Baka Stephen Mugabi, Chairperson, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs. May I take the honor to lay on the table the minutes of the committee, the joint committees, while processing and considering this report.
Thank
Right
you,
Honorable
President.
Speaker, indeed, I'll take the 30 minutes. Right Honorable Speaker, on Wednesday, 15th April 2026, the Protection of Sovereignty Bill 2026 was read for the first time under Rule 135(1) of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament. You referred to the joint committee made up of committees of Defense and Internal Affairs and the Committee on Legal and Parliamentary Affairs for scrutiny, and we are now reporting under the same rule of procedure. Right Honorable Speaker, the joint committee here referred to as the committee has examined the bill, taking into account submissions from stakeholders, and now presents this report. This report sets the committee's analysis of the bill's objectives, the key provisions, likely effects, together with a synthesis of stakeholder views and the committee's recommendations to Parliament. The object of the bill. The object of the bill is to enact a law that seeks to provide for the protection of the sovereignty of the people of Uganda. 2, to designate the department responsible for peace and security and the responsible entity for the registration and regulation of agents of foreigners. 3, to provide for the protection of the sovereignty of Uganda and provide for the registration of agents of foreigners, and to regulate the funding and any other assistance to agents of foreigners and for the related matters.
Abalungi abatuuliriza era abatulaba olunaku olwaleero tuchaddeko ewa Sheikh Asiraf Dembe.
Sebo nsanyusa okubalaba. Amannya agange nze Sheikh Asiraf Dembe akola ku bizibu by'enjawulo. Omuntu singa aba alina ebirwadde musomereddwa tunywa amazzi ga lukuya nga bw'obadde ogalaba, tugenda abantu ku kyoto ne twokya emizimu emibi egibabaamu n'okulomba edduwa. Abantu singa abeera ng'ali wano atuuse sobola okumulombera edduwa, ne waba atatuuse nga mpadde amannya ge naye ng'ali wala. Naneeta musaze enamba yange yeno eri 0701763711 namwe banyinaffe abali ebweru oyagala okuba nti oyagala okulombera ku ddwa ng'olina ebizibu viza zibuze amaka gakolongotana sente zikola zimpita mu ngalo ojja kumpeereza ekifaananyi kyo n'amanyago ebyo byokka bijja kummala nja kulombera edduwa ojja kutereera olunaku olusembayo mu mwezi mba n'edduwa eyawamu ffenna n'abalwadde bange abakadde n'abapya. Salaamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.